Pre-exam season in first and second year of medical school, I had the same non-existent routine, all leading to months being wasted, and the remontada of the most intense 12-hour cramming sessions were the way to go. Spoiler alert, no they weren't. So here's exactly how I would study for these exams if I could start all over again. You've got to find a starting point. In order for that to be the case, you need to organize yourself and find out what exactly are you supposed to be studying. Scope out the subject. Whenever you end up starting medical school, you'll be given access to some sort of a site. For University of Birmingham, for example, it's known as Canvas. Other university, it's known as Moodle, for example. These sites will have all the information. They might have documents that just tell you everything that you need to know about your exams, about the course, what exactly it is that you're going to be studying. That reminds me of a quote, to be honest. The quote was something along the lines of, if a man knows to not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Long story short, doesn't matter what you've got that's pushing you towards wherever it is you're going. You need to know where exactly is it you're going. You need to have a destination in order for you to find some sort of direction. And that's what organization helps with. If you're able to gather all the information you need, put it into one central place, it makes your mind, first of all, have some sort of direction in terms of where it is it needs to go in order for it to complete the next task. And for me personally, I just feel like all that clutter with all those millions of PDF documents that's got this date for this information for that. If you're able to combine all of that or have some sort of a system that incorporates all of this into one key place, it just makes life go so much easier in med school. Literally, I'm that guy in med school where all my mates ask me, yo, Muhammad, what's the deadline for this? Yo, what's this? What's this? Just because I have all of this put together in one place, or I'm able to access this sort of information quite quickly. I've got my system put in place. The next thing is make sure you set a deadline very, very early on. And not just set your deadline early on, make sure you set a deadline that's earlier than your exam. How many times, guys, has it happened where you've got XYZ planned for today? Maybe you've sorted your bag out, you're about to leave home, you're about to go into med school, you've dropped your bag, and you go to your bag and you see, crap, now you've left your charger at home. So many things can go wrong. And a lot of the times they may go wrong. But if you've given yourself that leeway, you safety netted yourself, then it won't really be much of an issue. You're not going to be panicking. You're not going to be stressing when you see, okay, I don't have that much time. Because no, you have a lot more time than you thought because you safety netted yourself. You made sure you set your deadline for when your exam was to a much earlier date. That way you are preparing much earlier in advance. Me personally, I would recommend the deadline to be 4 to 6 weeks earlier than when your exam actually is. That way you've left yourself so much time for if anything goes wrong up to that time. And it reminds me of this one other law that I read somewhere. I think it's called Murphy's Law, where it goes, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Meaning that there's always something that's able to go wrong, and there's a chance that it will. So use that law to your advantage. You need to try and minimize the risk of things going wrong. Things will still go wrong, but you know what? You need to put yourself in the best situation to deal with those. And the way that you can do that is by setting a very, very, very early deadline. The next thing, which a lot of you guys are actually here for, is studying. No, I ain't gonna do the same thing that every single influencer does about this studying technique, because you guys know all about that. Me personally, I use Anki. Some person might use something else. What you need to do is find a method that works for you. If you've just started and you don't know what works for you, trial and error. That's completely fine. Try this, try that. I'm gonna try this today. Okay, maybe I can't learn via that. I'm gonna try this. Try things. But the main thing, you need to try and find some revision technique that will allow you just to memorize information. Because that's all medicine is. Medicine in med school is just, can you memorize this? Can you memorize this? Can you memorize this? But there's a lot of this. That's what makes medical school so hard. There's just way too much to memorize. And yeah, you just have to be able to memorize. So make sure you find some sort of a system that enables you to be able to memorize information and that works for you. And you know what? You've got a chance. You can just try and error things, man. You literally have nothing to lose. The next thing, habit building. Little and often, consistency and discipline. Trust me, you don't want to be cramming. I'm gonna start off with that. I've been there. Cramming season is so physically tormenting. No, if you're able to do 2-3 hours of work every single day coming up towards your exam deadline that you'd have set much earlier, trust me, it'll feel a lot more better when it comes to exam season. You're not going to be as stressed as most other people. And that's the other thing. As humans, we're creatures of habit. We love having a system where we're doing something constantly every single time. It will make such a big impact. And a lot of these stuff that I'm telling you in this video, they're not things that are only attributable to medicine. They're things that you can apply in so many different contexts in life where, trust me, it will elevate you tenfold if you were to implement these. So that's the other thing, habit building. Make sure you're able to do something every single day. It's difficult honestly for like up to the first 3 weeks maybe, where you're still kind of almost battling it within yourself, can't be asked doing it. After that point, it almost becomes second nature, muscle memory. You just do it straight away. You don't think 2 seconds about doing it. Genuinely try as much as you can to make that learning process a habit for yourself. And with that, what I also do is, coming on to the next point, is building some sort of a routine. But if you do have a routine, make sure it's a routine that specifically simulates the exam. What do I mean by this? If your exam's, let's say, at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., but you've primed yourself for such a long period of time with this routine of studying, where your brain is basically primed at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., all the way up to 2 a.m. Well, at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., your brain's, I can't lie, ain't going to be at the same level. It's not going to perform to the same extent. So try and develop some sort of a routine that will always mimic and simulate what the day of your exam will almost be like, putting yourself in the best possible situation. But when it comes to building a routine, if you can establish it around the times that you're going to have an exam, and this honestly, well, normal life actually happens, then it will benefit you a lot more. Genuinely, I found it so incredible waking up at 5, 6, 7 a.m. every single day and just being able to do all the tasks that I need to do right there in the morning up to about 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I've basically finished most of the stuff. And I'm like, yo, I've not even started the day yet, and I've done everything I need to do. Trust me, it's honestly the best feeling ever. So try and develop a routine, and especially a morning routine. So yeah, this is the mindset of med school, I'll be honest. How to get through exams, and it always is, and it always will be. Is it the best thing? No, because learning should just be a lifelong thing, which I hope it will be for all of us. But the main objective of why you're watching this video, why I'm creating this video, is how can you study to do well in your medical exams? And what you might hear is a lot of people just talk about, okay, just passing the exams. Try and keep your standards a lot higher. If that is what you get, is what it is. That's what you get. But try and make sure your standards are at the level of, okay, I need to try and work as best as I can and achieve as much as I can in all aspects of life and let it translate throughout. So yeah, genuinely, I can't let this is medicine, man. You just gotta try and get through the exams. So if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you put it down in the comment section below. If there's anything that you want to see different, let me know as well. If you have enjoyed the video though, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the push notification button so you never miss out on a video like this. It's been Muhammad, it's been nice speaking to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.